Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday, the 19th of August. Apologies, slightly just catching up on lots of things here myself. My internet's been down this morning, just recently restarted, so it's all new to me as well. So today we don't have a great deal out this early part of the week. It's the 18th, 19th even. So we've got Canadian data coming out there at 1:30. That's about it. So not a great deal of news. Obviously, there's the situation with Trump, etc. meetings. I'm not fully aware of what's going on there. I just had a quick note then. We'll have to. I'll have to wait and see. But that's the disturber to the markets potentially. So let's have a quick look through, and you'll notice I'm having to connect all as I'm going through on this. Freshly running. So Euro yesterday, well, ended up on a down day there. It never picked up, never really did what I wanted it to do early enough. It dilly-dallied, and it's catching a bit of a bounce at the moment. It's coming back to the underside. Just looking, actually, I've got the... Let's put this to a 4-hourly chart now. There we go. So I was looking at, I use different charts with different pivots on. So right, it's coming back to the underside of the weekly pivot there. So we'll see what reaction we get off of that. Okay, so Euro US dollar here. So yeah. Yesterday I didn't get the bounce I wanted. That never occurred, and well, now we're not that far away from these lows over here. I'm just looking at the overall structure of this movement. It's not particularly pretty. It's a case of wait and see for me at the moment on the euro dollar, whether we get a reaction again off of this pivot where it came close to it last time. It's hit the S1, hasn't hit the pivot yet. If it starts to reverse, well, could run down a lot further, but showing more positivity there at the moment. The pound also come off here yesterday. Lower highs coming through there and confirmed through there now, and looking slightly softer again. You can clearly see lower highs here. Now whether this is just a simple ABC type correction, we'll have to wait and see this morning. It's broken structurally as things changed here. So the trend line that would have been running up here, that's broken on the breakthrough here. Also we've got the lower highs in. This is a really weak signal here and suggests that the structure's changed and we should be on a downside. Now it's a case of wait, see what the reaction to the daily pivot there. If we get a reaction to that and it looks soft, well, could be on the short side here. It has been more favoured sentiment wise, is pretty strong for the pound relatively, but not reflected at the moment the current price action. But that, as I say, that could change in terms of the shape of things. The US dollar yen, well, still from a daily perspective, it's not really given us much in the way of guidance. It is very much to the side there. I talked about this triangle yesterday where it's pipped out the top there, pushing back in. There was a stage yesterday morning, it looked like it might have run the other way, but we'll see how it closes in the current situation here. It's to the top side of the pivot. It's whether we get a bounce off this and a continuation. It's put the higher lows in there. It's short-term structure is to the upside at this stage, but bigger picture is very choppy. Aussie dollar, which makes me stand clear of the dollar yen personally at the moment. Aussie dollar, another one that's just really not going anywhere. I'm just short term. Yep, it broke down yesterday. Into the afternoon there, ran off, hit the S1, but it's also structurally changed things a bit more here 4-hourly wise. We put lower highs in now. Seeing this across a lot of these markets, got the head and shoulder pattern that you'll probably notice here. For those keen pattern traders. I like patterns personally, got good reliability if they get kicking. We'll see what this does this morning. It could roll over, taking the estimate of the size of that move there. It could bring us somewhere close to the lows down here. Anyway, wait see on that, but not anything right this moment. As I said, sorry about this morning, just as my first look as well. US dollar CAD not really going anywhere at the moment either. It's got a slight trend to the upside, and well, makes a bit more sense. But having said that, look, well, it's early days here and it's not really got direction. New Zealand dollar, another one the same as the Aussie. It's got this sort of head and shoulder type pattern. A break below my key level of this is a pivotal level that's been previous resistance support. You can even see it in the short term here, but this goes back for months and months, maybe even years. This level, and it just seems to be the level that it hits a lot of times. Now, a break below that would be much more bearish for me on the New Zealand dollar. Bit iffy as it sits at the moment. Nothing shaping too well. US dollar Swissy, well, there you go. Dailies sums it all up. Right, moving on. Cross pairs. Yesterday I traded a short on the euro pound. It didn't come off in the end. It started okay. It looked like it was going to do okay, and then it didn't do okay. There we go. Started off running off quite nicely. It already put lower highs in, came back up, pulling back his second time. Looks like that hourly 50 held it the first time and the second time effectively, or the double bottom there. It was just weak on the second occasion in the afternoon there, and then we saw the rally and off it's gone. Shaping up at the moment, more upside potential. A break of these prior highs here gives us a more confirmed higher low and a change of pattern. We've been in this lovely trend down here up until that point. Did look like it had some scope for further downside back to these points. It's not very many pips involved in this. We're sort of looking at 5 pip intervals, so it's quite a small mover, but not looking so good this morning. Euro CAD, I was looking at this yesterday. It just literally rolled back over. It started rolling over. It didn't get the bounce I was looking for off its weekly pivot, and well, it's a bit of a mess at the moment. It's not to say it won't push up there. This is the point I was looking at. The break of the highs here never happened even. This was more aggressive entry for the long side. Just not happening. And the pound Aussie, I think I was looking at yesterday as well, got highlighted. I don't have a lot here at the moment. I will continue running through here this morning in our morning session in trading room. Obviously look through the rest of the cross pairs, but there's nothing on the majors there that's interesting at the moment, and this is the way the market's going. There's probably a lot hanging on September's decision. Tomorrow we got some minutes coming out from the Fed. Yeah, it's not looking too bright at the moment. Looking at the other markets that we normally go through, because I get a lot of requests for gold. So let's have a look at gold. Gold's really just continuing to chop along. Really not doing anything significantly here at the moment. If anything, looks a little bit soft this morning. It's got this sort of slight drift to the downside, lower highs been pulled in along this point here. This has been confirmed as a lower high, so there's some lower highs coming through. It does look a bit on the softer side here. Maybe a bit early to be trading at the moment. Oil still largely to the downside. Caught a slight bounce there yesterday, but the bigger picture here is very much more on the softer side of things. Got a rally in the afternoon there yesterday. Nothing. Just as I said, I'm starting to look at this to trade it again. It just not really doing things. It was not far off a double bottom. It's just too unreliable at the moment, and the talks, Russia-Ukraine talks, etc., not really helping the matter too much at the moment. Okay, yep, it's looking soft short term, but I prefer to trade it in the afternoon. See what happens at that point. But the actual, as I say, the overall picture is to the downside. I'd rather be shorting it on that downside. Okay, the equity markets, S&Ps. So you see how small the bars are coming through at the moment on the dailies relative to where we've been. It's really a consolidating market here at the moment. It's not far off its weekly pivot here. We could get a kicker back in last Thursday, wasn't it? Friday we saw the absolute highs there. It's coming off a little bit there. Just looking less interesting at the moment. But it's a relatively look. I mean, it's very little movement for most of the trading day there yesterday. It really didn't move too much. Building too much into this, thinking, well, it's going to dump. Yeah, it might come off some more, but it's just not there for me at the moment. The FTSE, this looks a bit softer on the short term, but again, look at the dailies. It's just consolidating, one up, one down. Yeah, ugly sideward action. Really, it's a case of sitting aside here, and I mean the temptation often is to go and look for something that's moving better. There isn't a lot moving better. I've looked through a lot of different markets. I was looking at platinum again yesterday. Gold, I think, does it move any better than platinum at the moment? No. There's no clear directions in a lot of these markets, and it's summer trading, summer loving. No, that's taken us back a few years, pop pickers. Right, crikey, back to the 70s. The DAX here, lower highs were confirmed into yesterday. We already had that. This was the one that was looking softer. It did come off, continue to come off there on the 8 o'clock, pushing through, taking out the low there. It's going the opposite way now. Not at all clear market when you look at it on the bigger picture, and you should be looking from the bigger picture what's happening with these. Intermediate picture, lower high still really sitting there. Now this could all change. There's a little trend line that would be running across there, but realistically the best thing on some of these markets is just to walk away and wait until they set up. Don't expect the market to come to you. You've got to so you go to the market, just wait until the market comes to you and gives you the setups. Right, I shall leave you there. Have a great day, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.